Alright, what's up internet? I haven't done a video in a long time. Been working a lot, so I figured why not make a video while I'm at work. So today we're gonna do another owl search. We're in Northern California looking for some owls. Some spotted owls. So here we go. We're going trailblazing into the forest. So I found these owls last year around this same time. It's like the end of June. And I remember these owls were pretty difficult to get to. So I'm starting in a different spot this year, seeing if it's any easier. Last year I had to climb up some pretty steep stuff and cross a creek that was flowing pretty good. But you can kind of hear the creek flowing. They're down in here, so it's still not going to be an easy hike, but I'm hoping coming from this angle it'll be easier than it was last year. All right, here's where we got to start trailblazing. I've been following this skid trail, but it's starting to go back uphill. And I actually want to go kind of downhill. I'm going to try to kind of side hill my way across this, and it looks like it wraps around and should go right to where I found the owls last year. So we got to climb in here, try not to fall down. Find my dog, Ahsoka. Hey. Ahsoka. Oh, here she comes. This way. Okay, we've got our first obstacle here, a small creek. I mean, I can jump over it, but it's really steep on the other side. So I think if I go down here, maybe hop across that rock or something, it should be easier. My dog's getting a drink. Oh, this is really steep right here too. All right. Let's try this. Okay. All right. All right, we're across. Now I just got to follow the contour. It kind of wraps around this big bowl that I'm walking around in. As far as habitat goes, this looks pretty good. A lot of canopy cover, which is what the spotted owls really like. We've got another creek and it's a little louder, so you might not be able to hear me. Anyway, as I was saying, pretty good habitat so far. They like a lot of canopy cover. So really shady, no direct sunlight, and somewhat bigger trees. But I've seen them in smaller trees. I think the main thing is they want trees with structure in them. Spotted owls don't actually make their own nest, so they'll use whatever they can find. A lot of times it's mistletoe or witch's broom, just a nasty clump of growth on the tree. They can use other birds' nests, maybe a hawk nest or something, but most of the time I've seen them they're in mistletoe or just a nice big tree with a nice horizontal branch that they can kind of sit on, nest on maybe. So this is looking pretty good. One cool thing about doing the owl surveys is you get to see a lot of ground that you'd never see otherwise. There's no trails out here. I think I'm on Forest Service ground now, but sometimes I'm on private ground. You're not going to see anybody out here. So you just gotta find some game trails that you can follow or do the best that you can. But you do get to see a lot of really cool stuff. Yeah. All right, I'm getting pretty close to where I found the owls last year. I'm actually just above them. So I've got a speaker, Fox Pro with spotted owl calls loaded on it. You can do vocal hoots. I'm not very good at them. I guess I can give it a try, see what happens. Let's see here. That's the 4-note call. The speaker does a lot better job, and sound carries a little further. So yeah, I think they were downhill from me last year, but who knows? They could be in a new spot this year. So I'm gonna find a good spot to sit for a little bit, play some calls, and see if anything responds. All right, this looks like a good spot for a rest and play some calls. I'm gonna be calling down the hill here, which is nice. The sound carries a little further, and if I have to find them, it's easier to hike downhill. I guess I'll have to hike back uphill to get out of here, but yeah, it's always nice to have a good vantage point too. Sometimes they'll fly in, but they won't hoot, so you got to keep an eye out. They're pretty quiet and pretty stealthy. There you go. I guess my vocal hoot worked. They're actually up the hill from me. That's really cool. Okay, I guess we're going uphill then. Let's do this. This is exciting. I did not expect to find them this quick. I didn't even play anything off my speaker. All I did was that one 4-note vocal hoot. They're right up here. So let's go try to find them. I don't know if the audio is picking that up, but let's give it a hoot back. Hear that high-pitched noise? That's what they call a contact call. Then you also hear jays. I think they're Seller's jays. Those are a pretty good giveaway if you're not hearing an owl. They like to mob the spotted owl, so they'll sit on a branch right in front of it and just piss off the thing. But we've got some good calls here, so this is neat. So now I'm going to try to get eyes on the owl. I have mice with me. And I'll put a mouse out and see if it takes it. I can't tell if there's one or two in here. If there's only one, when it takes the mouse, it might fly it off to a nest or something. So you gotta be ready to run after them. But first things first, we gotta find it and get eyes on it. it just flew up in the tree right next to me. I've got some mice in here, so I'm gonna feed it one. And I gotta get it ready to run. It might fly it away back to its nest, so I think we'll put it right on this log here. So the owl took the first mouse in a tree. I think it's this one. So now you just gotta wait, sit here and watch, see what it does with it. It's got it in its mouth right now. Sometimes they fly off, and it could be a quarter mile. You gotta chase it through the woods to its nest. The goal is to find a pair. There's probably another spotted owl in here. It's really hard to tell male or female if you only see just one. The females are a little bigger and their forenote call is a little higher pitched, but when you only hear one call, it's really hard to tell. So it'd be nice to have this owl take the mouse back to the, typically it's the male takes it back to the female if they have a nest. If they don't have a nest, I don't know, I could just take it anywhere. So we'll sit here and see what it does. So the owl just put the mouse, you can still kind of see it out in the cedar. He put it on a branch there and then he flew back to me. So that's called caching. They'll store it there and save it for later. So now he wants another mouse. So I'm gonna put another one out and see what happens. I'm saying he, but I don't know if it's a male or female. So I guess I'm being a little sexist, but that's just the way it goes. Okay, he's right in this tree right in front of me. This one. I can't really tell if it ate the second mouse or if it cached it, but it doesn't have it anymore. It's not holding on to it, and it's looking at me like it wants one more. But I really like to find the pair. If I give it one more mouse right now, it's probably just going to either eat it or cache it. So sometimes a good strategy here is to actually walk away a little bit, and then give some more 4-note calls, and then have it follow you, or the other owl, its mate, might even follow you. It might be here watching me, and I might not even know it. So I think I'm going to walk up the hill a little bit, do some 4-notes, and see if I can get it to come up the hill and follow me, and then maybe find the pair. So let's do that. All right, I've been sitting here for the, I don't know, past 45 minutes, hour. The owl ended up taking 3 mice, and he cached all 3. So he didn't eat any, but he didn't take any back to a nest. So I guess that's a success. We found the owl, but we didn't find a partner. They're usually in pairs. But really nothing much else I can do. It's like almost 8 o'clock, so I should probably try to get out of here before it gets too dark. Hiking through here in the dark might be a little, whoa, sketchy. But yeah, there we go. That's how you find a spotted owl, if you were wondering. The owl's still giving little 4-note calls as I'm walking away. I think it wants more food, but it didn't actually eat any of them. It just saved them for later. I really want to sit around here and see if the other owl shows up. But it's going to be getting dark here soon, and I'm pretty deep in the woods. So I'd like to get out of here before it gets too dark. But I think it was just a single owl last year. So that does happen. Sometimes it's just one owl. But I'm betting there's another owl in there. And it's just being quiet. And if they don't want to be seen, you're not going to see them. They could be in the tree right next to you and you wouldn't even know it. And it's almost impossible to scan every single tree, every single branch to try to find the owl. It's not making any noise. So we're just gonna call it a success with the one owl we found. That was fun. It's still there, so that's good. We'll come back next year and see if the owl is still there. Maybe it's found a girlfriend by then. Ooh, that's slippery. It's kind of tricky walking through here with the camera in one hand, the speaker in the other hand, another big ass camera on my chest, and then, I don't know, 10, 20 pounds of gear in the backpack. So I think I'm gonna put this camera away before I fall down and break something. Okay, I think that's good. You got it buried. It'll be here next year when we get here. Wow, that's good. Leave it, leave it. Come on, that's good. That's a good job. It's buried. Come on. Yeah, leave it, leave it. Thank you. My dog found a deer leg. She's been chewing on this entire time we've been out here. But she knows we're going back to the truck now, so she had to find a spot to bury it. Save it for next year. Soka, don't knock me in here. Oh, okay. Now I think I got a loop around here. Kind of follow the contour around the side of the hill. Crawl up this. Uh-oh. Ugh. Yeah. Whew. All right. Like it's smooth sailing from here on out. Man, I got something in my boot. I don't feel like stopping and taking my boot off. I think it's a stick or something. Oh, I might have to. Ow. All right. Wait. I put my camera away here. I don't think I'll need it anymore. There's my bag. It's pretty nice. It opens from the back. Have my camera, my drone, an extra lens in there. But I'm also gonna figure out what the hell is in my boot. Let's see. Oh, rock. That thing was stabbed me in the arch of my foot. All right, we made it back to the truck. I was gonna say made it out of the woods, but we're not out of the woods yet. I've actually got a full night shift to work. So I do stuff like this during the day, but then at night, I drive around. We have certain call stations, certain locations marked on a map, and I drive around and I play some calls at night for 10 minutes at each station and see if I can find any more owls. But the good thing about finding the owl today here is I get to remove all the call stations that are surrounding this this area because we don't need them anymore. We already found the owl. So that's good. Shouldn't be as long as the night for me.